find out what Felicia was doing? You talked to her?
No, I just opened that.
You were talking, and now you don't. You must be on another. You must be on another group chat.
Just a heads up, you sound super muffled.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
That better?
Yeah, so much.
Okay. I had it through my radio, so that sucks.
I just let him know you were live.
Right. I was just wondering. Brenda's keep changing his darn name. So had a pizza guy get pulled over. It was pretty funny. Pretty hilarious.
A pizza guy?
Yeah, get pulled over outside her house and then he ran. It was pretty funny. It was hilarious. I was dying laughing, and then I hurried up. She was not recording it. I hurried up, put Bad Boys theme song, and then I hurried up. She was recording it, the cop song.
Yeah. I'm just letting the kids out really quick. I know, I'm coming. My life is not quiet.
No, it's not.
It makes me laugh though. Barrett, stop. Come on, guys.
Oh my god, what is that, a donkey? Or is that a... No? What? That looks like it. What? So yeah, I'm on my way home, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I got my whole car packed, so yeah.
Did you take haul everything home with you?
Pretty much. I mean, not everything, but pretty darn like everything that really mattered. You know, like I needed. Like then I could just go through it. I left what I, didn't really need. I was gonna use for work.
Yeah. That'll be nice to do.
Yeah,
come on, go.
Yeah. So I really want to talk about like this online live stream bashing and bullying is really what I want to talk about. And I wouldn't even call it like necessarily like what I've been hearing. I mean, I did last week, I heard bullying, but this week I've been hearing and witnessing more intentional bullshit. Hey, RT. How's work tonight? So it's almost like they're intentionally planting and saying things using bot accounts, using bullshit accounts.
Yeah.
Just to they're intentionally planting and saying using bullshit accounts.
Yeah.
Stir the pot on nothing but lies. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was on another live this evening, just kind of listening on the outside, and I don't know what made me want to listen, but I just decided to listen. And of course, I didn't realize that it was right after the press conference. So I was screen recording that press conference.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was still screen recording. So, on the outside. So I ended up getting it, and it was like Stan the Man. And he's like, he's seen me go in and then go out.
Yeah.
And I got him asking Jax if like she had a problem with me, and she was saying that she didn't have a problem with me, but didn't understand why I was threatening to run their backgrounds. And I'm like, well, when did I ever say that? The only time that ever was brought up was when other people were in the live and bringing it up. But I said, and I'm pretty sure I had your back. So I sent her a message, and I'm like, I never did. Why would I do that if you already ran your background check and you posted it publicly? Like that would be a waste of $10.
Right.
So, and what I mean when I'm saying that is just
That's wild. You keep cutting out.
like, when's enough? Like, when do people, stop running from one live to the next live, making up stories?
Some people have made it their whole hobby.
Right. I mean, I don't consider myself a hopper, but I do go through and I like to make my appearances in places when people make their appearances in mine. Support.
Right. I like to jump through them and jump into different lives, but I don't like to. There's no reason
to support.
Right. And jump into different lives, but I stir up shit.
Right. Will you keep an eye on the comments? I can't do both.
Yeah.
Sorry, just like look at them, just make sure there's nothing. I know RT's at work, so she can't come on, but she can definitely comment.
RT said, don't know yet. She's not there till 7.
Oh.
And she's coming up. And there is Felicia.
Yeah, I go in at 7. It's only 4:41. I've already had a shower today.
Yay.
I've been following this Melody Buzzard stuff today, and I was sitting here thinking, and people were getting ready to protest that, and the cops already had everything they needed. They were just waiting for confirmation from the labs.
Yep.
And the public didn't know shit because it wasn't TikTok's business or social media to ruin another investigation. But yet they were all talking about getting ready to protest out there, Yeah, I'm over it all. I'm over all the TikTok stories. Take your TikTok narratives and stick them where the sun doesn't shine.
Real. Where are you ended up? You're leaving after the first of the year and going where? Where are you?
I have my Facebook pages.
Yep, I got that.
My Unbothered in Alaska and my RT Says What, and then I have my Substack, and that's got podcasting and live abilities. Okay. So I'm going to build on that more. I really like writing and reflecting. This is not my jam out here at all. Not it. You can't have intelligent conversations without somebody painting a narrative to it. And it's like, F you and your narrative. And that's really what I tell people these days. I have no filter for these people. I do not care. I've put up with 3 years of this shit. Tired of it.
I just don't understand why we can't just support each other and just move on. I mean,
if TikTok took the gifts away, you could. But it's that monetary incentive for the drama that fucks it all up. If TikTok took the gifts away, you could. But it's that monetary incentive for the drama that fucks it all up.
It's too bad. I know when I go live, I make maybe a couple bucks. I mean, there's nothing to really be.
There's a whole underground operation on this app.
It's insane.
It is. It absolutely is disgusting because it's nothing but exploitation. It's almost like the human trafficking without having to move the whole human. Because you can get mind control. You can, threaten and blackmail and coerce and do all these things with threats of embarrassment. You know what I mean?
It's some people in the chat that run back and forth and are lying and say this person's talking about, and they're not. They're having a normal life, nothing's going on, but they make it something.
And these people will do it to themselves just to get attention. It's called digital self-harm. They will go online and create smear campaigns and hate about themselves just to garner the attention. It's so sick.
Yeah. Or start pointing fingers that don't even need to be pointed and cause trouble just to get more followers.
Yep. Twist words that don't exist, and that's what those people in the chat do. You know, they run back and forth and twist a whole narrative of shit that didn't happen. We're not in the way it was, you know, said or intended. You know, it was obvious. It's just, I'm over
But
it.
you
I'm
know,
tired.
I have noticed in the last 2 weeks, just in your live and somebody else's live that I'm in a good bit, there's more and more people stepping up in the chat saying that they don't like the drama and the back and forth, and they'll actually leave the live
They will. And it's
and
like,
they'll
I'm
come
tired of
back.
it. Like,
Yeah,
there was a reason me and like Lala weren't like talking about these other people, because we don't want to give them a platform, but it's like enough. You know, we have been through hell on this app as creators for no fucking reason other than just like the drama. And it's like finally people are getting their karma is what's happening. Like just finally, you know what I mean? Like after a while of this shit. Like it's just aggravating. Act like a fucking adult.
and what's so sad, RT and this other person, so many people enjoy their lives. They're a safe life for people to go into because they know that their conversation is welcome. And RT loves a good conversation. She loves it, but she doesn't like somebody to get stupid on her, so to speak. But she loves people that want to come in and talk and ask questions that can relate with her also. And the crap that RT and that other person has been through, it's nitpicking stuff that they do, but it escalates and it gets more and more, and they make up stuff, and it's nitpicking stuff that they gets more and more, and they make up stuff, and it's wrong. RT and that other person has been targeted ever since I got on this app, and it's crazy. But there's more and more people that are opening their eyes and they're seeing,
There are.
because a lot of people are sitting back and watching. And I love it to see when people come in RT's chat and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, you were right." And I've seen it done in that other person's live. But it's
And a
sad
lot of
because
it is us not reacting to it. Like we just had to put it down and walk away and let them scream. That's why I keep saying, just let them do it. People are seeing it. I know it hurts to hear it, but you shouldn't be listening to it. Get away from her. You know, get away from the people saying that, and just don't react to it, because nobody from this whole side knew about these people until we had to like address it, you know. And then when what they did see, they're like horrified, you know, like, oh my God. Because they don't see that these fucking people that they're trying to paint, they've gotten to know us. They know that we are not what they're saying. You know what I mean? So we don't worry about it.
Exactly, because 90% of your chat was like, "Who is that?" Well, we don't know, and it's insane.
It's
I wish they
crazy
would leave.
behavior. Yeah.
It is, and I wish that they would leave y'all alone. And you're right. Whenever you don't give them anything, they have nothing to go on, and it
they
makes
keep,
them mad.
you know, they've been over there saying the same shit for months. And like I said, nobody's heard us utter a fucking word. We had a whole different thing going, and that was the problem. They weren't front and center of it, and they're still not.
Yeah. And then they went after somebody else too. You was live with today, and it's always you three.
It's always somebody else's fault, so there can be a smear campaign and excuses for shit behavior. This would be like somebody coming out here and defending Courtney. You know what I mean? Like, no. Just because she's feeding the homeless or something. You got no? No. We're not going to support her just because she's doing community service, you know? Like, I don't think so. That's cool, but no.
Well, I hate it. You and her are being targeted, and the people from the true crime community are kind of I hate it you and her are being in the people from the true crime community are kind of they're lost,
I
but
feel like they're getting targeted by these people that want to drag the drama in. So it's very important that people like Chef be aware of people like Street Scala and other folks like that and pay them no fucking mind. Because he
yes.
really is nobody anymore. A lot of these people who used to be somebody big doing this kind of troll shit it's all falling flat because the illusion is falling away. You know what I mean? Like the fear, the threats, and all of that. People are getting angry with shit that's happening. I mean, like the fear, the angry with shit that's happening, like with Rizzy and stuff like that, right? I really think that other efforts need to be made on like changing laws for cyberbullying. People need to like be pushing their local lawmakers.
I agree.
Because this is insane. Some states are better at protecting their residents from this stuff than others, but like others need to follow suit because it protects your kids too. You know what I mean? It's only going to get worse from here.
Oh, it will. And I can vouch when RT speaks on the side of TikTok where there's a side where there's trolls that are put in your lives and then they go to other lives to stir up trouble. When I promise y'all, when she comes to you about something, she's done her research because that's the first thing she screamed when I first started following RT is always do your research. And she does. Before she brings anything to us there on the live or in the chat, she's done her deep dive research. I mean, she has facts. She can pull it up on the screen. She can show you, green screen it. But there's a whole other side of TikTok where people are getting paid to start drama and be trolls.
And I might be wrong on like minute details, but the overall important impression, I'm right on. And I've been right on since the day I come out here running my mouth about it. I made a video in like early April of 23 about money moving around the app with a creepy Ring Around the Rosie song. And ever since that day, yeah, it's been so much fun. I've been through the fucking ringer. It's like I'm so tired of this emotional casino. I'm checking out. I don't even like to gamble.
I feel the same way. I was trying to be nice with the other girls that were involved in our group that we, dissolved of. Yeah. And last night, and I was being nice and just kind of supporting Mama Kish, and of course Alexis has to get in there, which is the root of the problem. She won't let last night, and I was being nice and Kish, and of course Alexis root of the problem. She won't let Mama Kish talk for herself.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I just can't.
After I went to bed.
Yeah, when I was trying, Alexis's husband gets on the comments and is like, "You ready to have a discussion?" Like, and I'm like, "You want a discussion? Let's go." Let's go. So I started a live. I had to go outside in the freezing cold because I'm in a hotel that's 100 and some years old that you can hear everything from room to room.
Through the walls, yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. But so you have to be really quiet. Usually the past 5 weeks, there's no guests. But this week, of course, it's the holidays.
It's Christmas.
So, I mean, it was just I went out there and everything was fine. In the beginning of the conversation of my life, it lasted me 10 minutes. Literally, because Alexis started her like just no, like, and then they leave my live because they're not getting a word in. Because if you're gonna yell at me, I'm gonna yell at you. Like this is not how this is gonna work.
I imagine
if you're gonna lie, right? If you're gonna lie, I'm gonna spit truth. This is what happened. This is, trying to tell me about how I'm a disgrace to addicts, recovering addicts. What? Excuse me. Have you never read an AA or an NA book? Like, I know what it's like. I went through a program years and years and years ago myself for my own medication. And I learned so much. I did the program and I asked Kayla's brother in the car, I said, because he's got 5 years sober. And I've got like
No. My sister's 5 years sober. He's 1 year sober.
That's right. Okay, that's right. But I asked how it feels from 1 year to 5 year, and he goes, from like, what did he say about that, Kayla? Can you?
So my sister, you asked like when he was talking to my sister on the phone, you're like, how does it feel? Like the difference? Like, do you feel like is it harder, today than it was when you first quit, first stopped? And Autumn was like, no, honestly, like it is, but it isn't. It's just kind of depending. Like he sat there and said no. He goes, it's not. I can tell them no and be good with it. But he was in his first year, and so he's like. I told him don't get too cocky. I was like, keep your strength with it, but like be careful because you don't know what's gonna kick you and knock your knees out. You don't think,
and you're still learning. You're still learning those triggers. You know what I'm saying? And
still learning coping and still learn. Yeah, exactly. Autumn, my sister, on the other hand, had to leave the state and go into a rehab outside of the state in order for her to figure out like her triggers away from Wichita. So now when she comes to Wichita, she does not leave where like if she comes and stays in my mom's camper, she stays in the camper. Like she will not leave, she will not go anywhere because she doesn't want to be triggered.
Yeah, and that's when I said, once you go through the program, whatever program that you're going through, and you complete the program, you admit you have a problem, you work the steps, and you have a sponsor, and you go through all of these different things and these emotions and these feelings, after a while it becomes willpower. And she said that's what made me a disgrace to recovering addicts, is what I said, by the willpower. And I'm like, excuse me, like that's when I said,
willpower.
Have you never read it?
Willpower.
It is. That's what I said. I'm like, so she's bashing me about it and bashing me because I'm married. I'm married to somebody that has a brother that has a criminal history. Well, what does that have to do with me?
Nothing.
But she's like, I don't align with people, but you align with people when you're in one of my boxes and we're, working the Rebecca Park case with, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it looks worse on her than anybody else. And dude, I passed somebody's shit today. Speaking on Rebecca, there was an account I passed that was trying to tell Rebecca's story before the app and all that. And I was reading through it, but I'm like, it would have been nice if you would have disclosed that you used ChatGPT, which is what I put in the comments. Because at the very bottom of the caption, it says hashtags, which is what ChatGPT does. It recommends hashtags for the fucking post. Like, you could have, like, at least done something original and heartfelt. Tags, which is what ChatGPT fucking post. At least done something original and heartfelt if you knew her or, anything, or disclose that you use ChatGPT. It's just... Right. I gotta get out of here. I hate this place. I do.
I have to say, my sister, like the conversation being had, my brother and my sister could both hear what was being said, and if Allie said anything that was any way, shape, or form disrespectful, I'm a very loudmouth individual. My family is just as loud. Like they're just as loud as I am, and they like this. Like my brother is super proud of this whole situation right here. So, yeah, no. Allie didn't do anything wrong.
So, thank you, Kayla. And then they get off my live and they start their own live and start saying, Alexa started saying, she's from South Philly and her sister's built like a linebacker and she beats her sister up. I'm like, are you trying to simultaneously intimidate me? Because you don't intimidate me, girl. I don't understand. I don't understand what the philosophy behind it is. Like, obviously, it's followers.
Sometimes it's not even that. Some of these people, it is attention-seeking behavior, the adrenaline rush, just the dopamine hit, just the rush. It's like a rug.
It's disgusting.
It is.
There goes my face.
Look, I can't wait to leave this war zone and reflect on my experience out here. It's been fucking terrible. zone and reflect on my experience.
Well, it's like I think you said it today, RT, or maybe it was somebody else. It's crazy that we're right here at the holidays, and it's
It's
some of the things that's going on TikTok right now. The
it's
dramas,
always though.
the
It's a
lie.
money grab. It's a money grab. It's such a
It's
money grab.
crazy. I
Every
I know
year.
it's not for me to understand, but after the people that have lost their lives on this app,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't make sense. You
Uh-uh.
know,
It's exhausting also, and that's what they do is they mentally beat people down to get them to shut up so they can keep this behavior up. Because it's so hard to keep up with all the lies that get told. They just grow so quickly. That's why my brain hurts. It's like, God, just shut up there. Like, I can't
And that was
stand to
my
listen to it.
intention. Like when I went into Mama Kitchen's live, I was supporting her. I was,
Uh-huh.
encouraging her, and Alexis had to shut that right down. And then afterwards, Alexis told Reggie that, if Allie wants to have a conversation with Mama Kish, then we're gonna have her and I will have to discuss it. Like, who are you? It's an AB conversation. Why don't you see your way out?
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten that vibe every time I've heard her. This app is just a mess. It's a whole ass mess. It's like the VA healthcare system.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Skylar.
Bye, hon. Sorry, I have my phone on my chest. I don't have my glasses, so I can't really read comments.
I keep saying that this is last year's tree, guys, with the Rebecca Park case. I just didn't have enough time this year to put up all my decorations, so this is my reminder for next year.
Yeah, invest more in yourself, because this. I'm just glad that a whole ass protest wasn't formed in that Melody case, and unnecessarily also. But there was a lot of assuming that was done in that case about the police not doing their job. But, the datelines prove that they were.
Well, and the press conference, I mean, they were even so kind to thank the community, thank the people that were pushing the story. But in the end, they had already found her. They just needed all the DNA records back.
Yeah, because they can't come out here and make suspicions and confirmations and false accusations, because that could lead to more harassment, and then they're liable. And people just don't fucking get it. It's just, God, I hate the entitlement. It's honestly the entitlement.
Sure is. Hey, Jesse, you want to take a box?
I am gonna hop out of the box. I'm trying to make some sausage balls for my for my daughter's heart tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you for
gonna
letting me come
lay
up
here right
though.
before I gotta get ready. Just close my eyes for a second before I get
I'll
blinded
All
by
be
right, well,
snow.
you ladies have a
I'll
good
be in the
night.
comments.
Alrighty, honey. Good night.
Good night. Hey,
Oh,
how are
let's
you?
see. How do I?
Hi, everybody.
So I know you talked to Tessa yesterday in our chat, and then I was filling her in tonight, right around dinner time, I guess it was tonight, about our conversation. And then I went to that link you sent me, and it made me do a questionnaire. And then when I guess it was tonight, I went to that link you sent me, do a questionnaire. And then when I filled the questionnaire out, I mean, it really didn't pertain to me, but I filled it out as best as I could. And then when I got done with the questionnaire, it wouldn't let me advance forward. Like, it wanted somebody to contact me. Like, I don't know. So I sent you a message about that.
Yeah. So I'll have all that information and everything from that link and everything for you guys when I get with you guys in a few days. So we'll dig deep into that here in a few days after the holidays. It's deep. It's really deep.
Yes, I mean everything that I was watching last night. What did you say to me, Tessa? I sent her the link of what I was watching last night, and she said something about, "Oh, these are great bedtime stories," at me, and I'm like, "Yeah, they are." I'm literally staying in, half the time in a haunted hotel room or hotel. I quit watching horror movies. I was watching those for like 6 weeks straight when I was there, and then yeah, I can't watch anymore after what I've felt in that place.
Yeah, I had a huge conversation with my son and one of his friends last night about the main game, and that they're targeting, and I said, "Hey, look, I don't care if you guys play it. Please just stay off the main chats. If you're in your private servers, that's fine. Because if you're in a private server, they can't enter that private server. But if you're in
So
the
are we
main
talking about? Are we,
Roblox,
or just, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
yeah, and that's the main one that they are targeting. Yes, it's intense. So we'll get way deep into it.
The Discord, I know, and I won't. We don't want to go into it tonight, but like this, just conversation wise, Discord is all just, I've heard, is quite similar as well.
So they lure them into the Discord. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Yep. So we'll get real deep into that. But somebody brought up the Melody case. Melody was found 2.5, so 2.5 hours away from my home. So she was very close to me.
So yeah, So the first article I seen today when they arrested her was that supposedly, and I don't know if obviously it's inaccurate, but was that Ashley was arrested for unrelated charges. And then I seen at the press conference that they obviously changed that. Was that really true that she was originally arrested for unrelated, or was that just a falsification of narrative there?
It was a false.
I figured.
Yeah.
I
So
believe it.
yeah, it's pretty sad what she did. It's another case that you just covered. Literally, it's another Rebecca case. Literally, and it's sad, very sad.
I mean, what is it going to take? I know that when we, as women, if we have babies, we have a certain window to, give our babies in a safe haven. Now, what is it going to take for us to open that door for any age? Like, if you get to a point and you don't want to do it anymore, which is saddening, like it's wrong, but you know what? I'd rather see somebody hand the child over to have a attempt to have a good life rather than this happen.
Maybe that would be something that us could work on, contacting the lady that does the safe haven boxes, and maybe that she could start working on, because I don't know if you know a lot about her. She is here on TikTok. She was an adoptee child. So maybe we could get her to, start a program or something like that, because I feel with CPS and DFS and all of them, if somebody just can't hack it or whatever, if the child is older, there isn't a spouse, there isn't, another parent, or there is an unfit parent, or there isn't a fit. A lot of states don't have grandparent rights and stuff like that. You can't just hand over the child. They don't make it easy. And then if you do hand over your child, or sign over hand over the child. And then if you do hand over your child or sign over your child, you're shunned upon. And you're looked at wrong, shunned upon. And you're looked at wrong, you're looked at badly. And they don't, and then, it's illegal for them to use your medical condition. And it's illegal for them to use your medical conditions, or if it is medical, or, something like that. And they use that against you. So maybe it's illegal for them to use your if it is medical, and they use that against you. So maybe we should, as a team, contact her and see what we can do, because that might be something we could do.
I agree. I think it's something that needs to be looked at, because they don't make it easy, and I'm not saying it should be easy, but maybe it should. Nobody deserves to be PU'd or unalive. Nobody deserves that, whether you're an infant, unborn, or you're 80 years old. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a caregiver for my father with Huntington's disease, which is worse than MS and Parkinson's put together. And it's frustrating. I'm not going to lie. And it's like, I look at him after all these cases and hearing these cases, and I'm like, how could what's anybody thinking? Why are these people thinking this? You have to be sick. But it is a proven, remember this, because this happened last Christmas. 1 year tomorrow, this happened to me from a neighbor. Now, this is not the first time that this boy had struck. He was 17 last year. He is now 18, moved to college. I did not press charges. I did not do anything. I went to his mom's boyfriend, because I've known him for a long time. He threw a piece of meat out in my yard that most likely probably had rat poisoning in it.
Oh my gosh.
And my service dog, my significant other has his own. My son has his. Then we have one that we call our spectrum baby, because she's off the spectrum. Our dog is. And then mine, he ate our spectrum baby, because she's our dog is. That steak, and I lost him on Christmas. And then 2 years prior to that, he drop kicked one of my cats. Now, keep in mind, everybody, that people that do that to animals, it is proven in a study that they are the kind that will strike against people.
Yep.
So he's now went off to college. He is not one of my neighbors anymore. He's now went off, not one of my neighbors anymore. He was, the boyfriend was like, you guys got to go. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Like, your son's doing this to the neighbor's animals. Like, this is uncalled for. And mind you, that dog cost me $2,500 just to get. And then all of his certifications, and it was bad. It was bad. So this Christmas is not the normal Christmas for me. So, yes.
So sorry to hear that.
You named it right there in the comments. Yes. So I'm just waiting, because he's now in upper Utah County, and I'm just waiting for that strike.
So he's now an adult, obviously, because he was 17.
Yes, he is now 18. So
Is he still around, or is he?
He's at college, and he's at the Utah State University. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's scary.
It is, and I'm like, you can go do that up there. Stay away.
But the other thing, there's been a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in every state, but I mean, it seems like more and more Michigan too right now. But over the past, few years, there's been a lot going on in Utah as well.
See, and it's weird because we have not had something happen in my small town since I think it was the 80s when there was a unaliving at the Super 8. So it's been a long time since my town. But I mean, Grand Junction, Colorado is only an hour and 15 minutes from here, and there's a lot of crime there. So I mean, it's all around,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not in my little podunk town, but it's soon to strike again. That's for sure.
I thought the same thing. Like going back last Christmas, right before Christmas. I think it was 2 weeks before Christmas. We had, and I'm pretty sure it was Christmas? No, sorry, it was 2 Christmases ago. We found there was when all this kind of started. It was just this trickle effect. We found there was a girl found. It was coming off the expressway off Boom Road, onto Boom Road, and there was cops everywhere over by Walmart, behind like the side of Walmart in the subdivision over there. And I'm looking, and sure enough, I turn the scanner, and they found an unalive a woman, chopped up and put in the garbage, like the garbage can, the big one, and it's been a trickle effect ever since. However, we don't know. We've got numerous missing people for Wexford County being 10,000 people roughly, give or take. We've got 12 missing people, numerous missing people for Wexford Fleet, give or take. We've got 12 missing people that are on the list, but there's plenty of more missing people. We've got numerous murders that have been they're unsolved, they're cold cases.
Yeah.
And and then the suicide rate is outrageous here. Outrageous. Since I was a kid, from probably like 7th grade on, I was just talking to my best friend that we've been friends since 9th grade, and she stays over often. And I can count at least 16 that on the top of my head. Like how many friends by the time I graduated from like 7th grade to our senior walk down, to graduate and get our diploma. Like that's absurd.
Yeah.
And think about it. I'm thinking about them like, were those just set up to look like that?
Yeah.
Because we have a serious drug problem here. It's obviously a runner town.
Yeah.
Cadillac is the they say the heart of Michigan, because we're like in the direct, even though if you look at the map, we don't look like we're a direct center of Michigan, but look it up, we are. And
yeah, I have. Yeah, it really is. The only thing I can say that's really happened huge here since the 80s was the cops really in my town felled Gabby Petito.
Yeah.
That case hurt my heart so
Yorktown. Is that
bad.
the one?
The domestic violence happened in my town, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, that was my town. And that's the only thing that's really happened is they really felt her. If they would have done right that day, she probably would have been alive still.
Yeah.
If they would have saved her and put him behind bars, yeah, and it would have went the other way, then the cops wouldn't have felt her. And that one really hurt my heart too. It really did.
I bet you that cop, I bet you he thinks about that every day, multiple times a day.
I doubt
He's
it.
still even past. That's terrible.
I doubt it. I'm not trying to bash him, but he's kind of a douche.
Oh,
Sorry, my dogs are playing behind me.
no,
But yeah, he's kind of a douche. There was an incident with my son's father and girlfriend about this time last year, and exploitation in front of there's a 3-letter word that goes in front of that, in front of a child, in front of a minor. And my son turned around as soon as he seen it, ran out of the house, jumped back in the truck, and he didn't do anything about it. He let it slide, threw it under the rug.
oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Yep. So he's a
That's
douche.
the problem
He's a
with these
douche.
today. Most people that don't need a slap on the hand get a slap on the hand, and other people that should get a slap on the hand because they made a mistake and they're willing and wanting to learn from it don't.
Oh, and if it would have been me, I would have been stuffed and cuffed and gone. But his dad, it doesn't matter. With my son's dad, every time, slap on the hand. Slap on the hand. Slap on the hand. Yep. And I think it's just because I have a mouth and I'm I'm loud. I'm a very loud person, and that's just who I am. And I talk loud, and a lot of people mistake me or misunderstand me. And
You're just a strong
I
individual,
yeah,
opinionated and is
yeah,
educated,
yes,
and that's
and
intimidation.
yes, and that's exactly what it is. And I stand up for myself, and I have stood up for myself, and I think that's what it is, and that's probably why.
Yeah. Well, you keep, and that's the same thing with me too. I mean, I've actually, I was just looking on my TikTok thing earlier, and I sent it to Tessa. I'm like, because it said we're buddies, and it was going over my lives. My first live was the 17th of November. That was my first live. I've never done a live. Um, I've always just kind of gone through, the different reels and stuff like that until this case, following it, wanting to defend my town that I live in, because we're not all brother, sister, cousin, buggers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not all like that.
Yeah,
And
that part got me. I was like, oh
me
my
too.
goodness.
Me too. So I was already deep in the case on my own, not, watching anything. I wasn't even connected to anybody. But sure enough, when I started that first live, I think what did it say? Like, it was insane. I have to repost it or post it, but some of the stuff on there, I was like, wow, how did I go from 0 followers on the 17th to almost 5,000 followers? And all I've done was speak the truth. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to belittle anybody or, push them or manipulate them to say the narrative that I want for my own gain. I just want the
Exactly.
truth.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you said use another account, I was like, oh, I got plenty of those.
Yeah, well, I had to create another account because I got axed for a second. I got restricted for 4 days from live,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure even how that happened, but just like a week and a half ago, people were reporting people for just no reason, and everybody was getting taken down. But it's one game for another. We come back to the bullying and to the pushing and to the accusing and accusations, and we're all here
Yep.
for the same common goal. Like, not one's better than the other. Like, let's just work together. Like, not
Exactly.
go against each other. It's just insane. When I heard about the Rizzy doing what she did because they were telling her to do that, that was just insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Poor girl. The amount of money she was gifting just to make a friend group, just to have some support is absurd. If you have to spend any amount of money to gain a friend or to keep a friend, they're not a friend.
Exactly.
They're just using you. And I feel so bad for society. Like I used to say when I was like in my early 20s, I'd go back and do it all over again. Well, the fuck I will. I won't. I wouldn't dare go back to high school in this day and age. I wouldn't dare go back and try to do it all over again now because
Negatory for me either.
it's
Nope.
wild, And my kids are grown. My oldest is 20, about to have his own baby at the end of March, and then my youngest is graduating 6 months early and was diagnosed with autism, high functioning autism years ago, but he's 17, about to be 18. He's graduating early. I mean, we've had a lot of obstacles, and
I got
I
kicked
can
out of
tell
school
you,
for sticking up for a kid with autism.
well, back when we were in school, they would do takedowns and hurt you, and I've also when my son, I was going to say his name, but I'm not going to. When my son was younger, I would have to like go into the school because they would say he was having fits and they would take stuff away from him. I'm like, what are you trying to achieve here?
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if it's fidget spinner and keeping from him, I'm like, what are you trying to achieve? You can't, if it's fidget spinner and keeping him calm and collected, he is still paying attention to you. But just because it's bothering you in his hand, because you don't think he's paying him calm and collected, it's bothering you in his hand because you don't think he's paying attention, doesn't mean he's not.
Exactly.
And you've got to like lower those expectations. It's just insane to me. I can't. I wouldn't do it if I had kids. If I was to do it all over again and have another baby, which won't happen. I definitely wouldn't be doing public schooling.
Yeah, I've thought about pulling mine once he gets to middle school, which is next year, just because of what I went through in high school and middle school.
That's where it all started. So my oldest son, I pulled him out of private Christian school. Sorry. At the end, he finished 7th grade. So from kindergarten, preschool to 7th grade through 7th grade, and put him in the public school. And he begged me, I wanted sports. They didn't have a lot of sports options at this small school. There was only like 7 in his class, and he was starting to grow up and thought I was doing the right thing. And at first, I was. 8th grade was good. 9th grade was good. Students halfway through 10th grade, it was like total night and day.
Yep.
And it was pretty. He's amazing. He's going to be an amazing dad, but you learn a lot of things. You definitely do. Like the talking back, the phones, like this is an issue. I heard Chef say it tonight. Like the internet is not a safe place. It is not a safe place for even adults, let alone for children. I don't care what age. Giving your 3-year-old or 4-year-old a tablet to play on and walking away and doing something is not parenting. And I used to do it myself. Okay, but I didn't think anything of it. But nowadays, anything could happen. Like my husband and I are double blended family. He has 3 children by his ex, and I have 2. So the only one left in the house, the other ones are all pretty much gone and graduated, is the youngest, 12-and-a-half-year-old. And we used to, when he was like 3 years old, 4 years old, he'd get the tablet and he would be on YouTube. And I mean, there would be times where eventually we had to stop doing that because some of the stuff that would just show up on the kids station, I don't know if anybody remembers like the ghost lady, like the screaming lady, like it would just out of the blue pop out and just like freak them out. And it was just, why would you do that? But that's the internet.
I remember there was a thing that I found and I sent it to my sister, and I think it might be the same thing you're talking about, Allie, but I want to say that the bitch's name was like Amy or something like that. Or something Amy.
It was so long
And
ago.
she Yeah, because my nephew Jace was like 5. You know what I mean? He was a little guy. But she came across, like, the thing came across my Facebook, and I sent it to my sister, and she had a phone that she gave the kids for them to go and be able to watch, like, YouTube and stuff like that. And she went through all of the videos that kid watched on that phone, and I guess, like, 2 or 3 of the videos that he came across had her in it. And she watched the video, and like it was weird. She asked him, she was like, did something, what did the video tell you to do? And he was like, I don't know, it told me that, I thought it wanted me to do this or wanted me to do that. And I was like, yeah, you're not allowed to have this phone anymore. And like she cut that phone shit off real quick. Nope.
Right.
So,
Hey
and then they
guys,
got stuff like audio.
can you take over for just can you guys just take over for a second so I can pick this phone call up?
I'm gonna jump down and I'm gonna take my son to his father's, and then I will be back. So,
Okay.
but I
Good.
followed. The only one I can't follow is one of you because you're private. So
That might be me. I set my settings really, really private.
yeah, it is you. So if you could follow me, and then I will be back with some good information after the holidays, and I might be back tonight.
Fix. But, okay, we'll talk to you soon.
And if I'm not back tonight, Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in a few days.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
But yeah, no, the I don't know. I remember watching Terminator and robots and stuff. So like the whole technology thing, I'm not completely with. I've seen how those movies ended.
Was an interception.
So
He is outstanding.
Felicia, what'd you make for dinner?
I haven't yet. I haven't even gotten up yet. I'm digging into stuff.
I feel that.
Girl, you've been killing it today.
Trying to. I'm like right here. I'm right here. And I think it is exactly what I think it is.
Yeah, you have been killing it. I was working all day from like noon until like literally I left. My back is broken, I swear. There was
I feel
18
that.
bins, 18 bins, and they were like 50 pounds a piece of Christmas stuff that I had to take all down from inside and outside, organize them, pack them all up, and then haul them from one side of the restaurant hotel to the other side to go outside in the snow, heavy, into the shed, and then organize the shed. I was like, are you gotta be kidding me right now?
That would be a no from me.
Yeah. So has everybody got their Christmas stuff wrapped? Everything is all ready?
No.
No?
No. I have one more that I need to wrap.
I love going Christmas shopping. I can't say that. I like to do the first few wrapping, but after a while you could tell like I'm not interested anymore, you know?
I asked my aunt to come grab this package so that way she could wrap it for me because I ain't about it.
Well, if you guys would have seen how she wrapped her stuffed animals for Pudgy's
Shush.
birthday.
Stop it.
What
Just
time is it in New
What
Mexico?
time is it? 7:32.
Okay, so you're 2 hours behind us.
Mm-hmm. It is time for the child to stop digging into the clean laundry basket and pulling all of the clothes all over the floor, but
Right? Next week I
Yeah,
have the rest of the week off. I have to be back Sunday night because I work Monday through Saturday next week. Oh.
Christopher, stop. Do I have what?
Answering like I was Christopher. You're not my boss.
I am the boss. I do make the rules.
Well, guys, we might have to end this live so I can carry all this stuff. I'm almost home, literally down the road, and I've got a ton of stuff in my back of my car, to where I'm not going to be able to do the live. If you guys are not busy later, maybe, but honestly, I think we should just relax and enjoy some family time and recoup from all the chaos.
We do need a break because you guys have been doing so much, and y'all need to relax a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Just kind of, get out of my thoughts. And I don't know, after what happened last night, I know Tessa, when I was talking to her, I was in the I just sat down in the bathroom where I'm in a hotel room, and I would just put my head down, and I was on video. And what did I do, Tessa? I freaking started praying. She's like, "What are you
Yep.
doing?" I'm like, praying. Like, I'm just asking for peace. I'm asking for strength. I'm asking to not lose my cool. Like, everything I love about everything, and I love a lot of things. I love everyone. Even if I don't know you, I try to show love and compassion. And, it's so hard when you're just constantly being bashed. So I think that for me, I think I just need to remember who I am and what my morals and ethics are, and how I want to treat people and how I expect to be treated. And if I'm not getting treated that way, then it's okay to shut that door and say, enough's enough, and go with my gut feeling. Because if I would have went with my gut feeling, I probably would have maybe not avoided all of it, but I could have avoided at least 5 days of it. So,
Oh yeah.
but all right. Well, I'm gonna get off here and follow this stuff in, and then maybe take a hot bath. My back hurts. You guys have a good night. Enjoy your family, and then I will talk to you guys, I'm sure, before Christmas. Okay.
Yep, you guys
All
all
right.
sit and relax
Bye,
tonight.
guys.
Y'all have done a good job. So, bye.
Bye. Merry
Bye.
Christmas. If we don't come on before
Merry
then.
Christmas. Okay. Bye,
Tonight,
guys.
y'all have done a good job. So, bye.
If we don't come on before
Merry
then.
Christmas.
So, bye.